Hey friends, it's Danielle with Schoolhouse Rud, and it is officially summertime. So grab your favorite caffeine and get rid of those old Easter eggs you still have lying around. Put some rice or beans in them and tape them shut to make excellent shakers. Let's watch some sunsets and kick it off because hello, summer. This video is part of a collaboration called Hello Summer with our wonderful host, Christine from Divine Designs. She invited me to co-host and I was so thrilled at the opportunity. Thanks, Christine. We also have our fabulous guest host, Brandy from the DIY Struggle. And the DIY Struggle is real, y'all. Check the description box for more information. First, let's start with that $25, $50, $75, I don't know what treat. They have these prayer cards and this adorable wooden picture frame. So I picked up both and just picked a verse that spoke to me and stuck it in the frame. Look how much that just brightens up my office area for the summertime. And now we're going to make a little art piece from a calendar. In transitioning over to summer, I wanted to add a little inspirational piece to the space, so I grabbed a canvas and traced it onto one of the calendar pages that I liked and then cut it to size. Now, I grabbed some Diva Pink, and your girl is not a diva, but I do love this color. I'm only going to concentrate that on the sides of the canvas, and then I'm going to lather the front of it with some Mod Podge. I'm not sure lather is the right word because you do want a rather thin layer, and let it start to get tacky before going to the next step. You'll notice that this video is kind of all over the place, and rather than just solely sticking to DIY crafts, I am jazzing up some spaces, decorating some, simplifying others. I'm being really intentional with how I'm spending my time and my energy this summer. So I'm going to go ahead and just mist the back of this artwork with some water just so it's barely even damp, and this is going to allow it to adhere to that canvas, which remember is still sticky with the Mod Podge. Once I get everything lined up with the edges and the way that I want it to, I'm going to once again grab the Mod Podge and I'm going to paint just a thin layer on top of that art print, and I'm going to make sure the corners are secure, and there you have it, just a little inspiration for the space. I know, it's summertime, it might be raining and the kids are bored. Let's make an easy volcano. First step, grab a container. I use a film canister, but you can use something like an old prescription bottle. Using the Great Stuff spray foam insulation, I secured the canister to a paper plate, and then once that dried, went ahead and kind of made a mound of foam all around the canister into a volcano shape. After drying for a full 24 hours, the volcanoes were then painted, and the core of them, which was that film container, had a measure of baking soda already placed in. Now, whenever you're ready, pour a small amount of vinegar into the container and watch the magic happen as the volcano explodes and the lava erupts and is contained within the paper plate. Now, we have got to do something about this pantry. Let's go ahead and take everything out and organize it into categories like this. The categories not only look aesthetically pleasing, but they're going to serve a purpose as well. It's going to serve as your starting inventory. So I went ahead and vacuumed out each of the shelves just in case there's anything that spilled. And then we also keep our dog food down at the bottom. So I'm going to vacuum that out as well and just start with a fresh, clean slate. I washed off and then reinserted the vinyl shelf liner paper. So here is how the dog food has been stored, and now I'm going to show you the issue with the pantry. It's very deep and the shelves are not super tall, but they're tall enough to be a little functional. Up top I have another rack, and then we just keep some general storage items. So I try to utilize all the space from front to back, but it's not always the easiest to see what you have from side to side and front to back at the same time. So I had an old system that I implemented that I will show you, where I stacked things up and tried to utilize all of that vertical space. So I implemented a system where I would stack things by using some products from that DT. I used these wire racks along with these canned soda containers that are meant to go in the fridge, and that's how I stored my canned goods. And also on top of that, I would have these jars, and I did this 4 across, so the entire back wall of the pantry looked like this. Some other shelves had these containers that I also stacked, but I found it difficult to get the canned goods in and out. This red system was what I implemented in our previous home, and I just kept the containers because they were already labeled, but it wasn't really working for us. So now moving forward, I'm going to design where all the category pieces that belong together are together. Check out how I store our ramen. The inventory system will also allow you to keep track of the extra items you may have, so you can start to build up a little bit of a backup supply. Our food pantry used to be much more stocked, but we had to start from basically scratch recently. So this is how I built up slowly over time. Each month I would prioritize an item that I was really low or had none of, and every week I would grab 1 or 2 of those things if my budget allowed. Now, y'all, it is summertime, so it is time for some summer safety education. Teachers are going to teach. Please make sure that you have water safety in mind. Make sure you have personal flotation devices and someone to supervise small children who cannot yet swim. And make sure you have what you need for being out in the sun for a long period of time, such as sun protection and, most importantly, water. Don't forget to hydrate. I simply love when the sun sets glowing after 9 p.m. in the summer. It's such a fun time of year. I'm going to leave you with 2 other videos that I have relating to summer. Here's one of them, and here is the second. Both of those video links will be in the description box, along with a link to our Hello Summer playlist, which I loved being included in. So thanks again. Make sure that you subscribe so you don't miss out on any of the great videos I have coming up, including an entire month-long series on hurricanes. See you next time.